Kath and I will be joining as Tier 1 ships. We'll have to ram each other to kill ourselves because Wargaming's still working on like proper spectator mode. Something else that Radar and I talked about last night. And yes, and then we'll go from there. Just mentioned that, this was something that we desperately needed, so.
All right, so as we load in, we've got, I'm on NGA side, and we've got a Hakuryu, Montana Conqueror, dual Des Moines, dual Hindenburgs, and Erie, and 2 Gearings. Interesting choices.
Yep, NGA has gone Hakuryu, Montana Conqueror. This will be interesting. We don't normally see Conqueror at this level of play. Oh, no. That's you. I'm reading your team. Me. How am I reading your team? Okay, wow, it is totally game 1, match 1. Wow. All right, let's try this again. Team Danger Noodle, on the other hand, has gone Hakuryu, double Montana, double Des Moines, Hindenburg, Zhao, Gearing, and Yu Yang. Now, those are interesting choices.
So it almost feels like NGA has gone for the quote-unquote safer composition with dual Des Moines, dual Hindenburgs, dual Gearings.
Yep.
They're able to be a little bit more flexible, perhaps?
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be interesting to see... Wait a minute. I can't see my team. Why can't I see my team?
Rip.
Oh, there they are, because I'm too far north. They won't render because we're at the wrong end of the map because, hey, spectator mode.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
There we go.
And we're off. So
Indeed.
The reason I'm saying it's going to be interesting is, so Gearing is pretty good anti-air, right? And of course, Hakuryus most likely are going to be, what, 4-2-2, the air superiority layout? So,
more than likely, I would think.
Yeah, so Gearings are good because they've got defensive anti-air, assuming they took that consumable. Hindenburg's obviously very strong anti-air as well. Des Moines, enough said. Conqueror and Montana both have good AA as well. So this team is definitely packing as much anti-air as possible.
Indeed. I'm really curious to see how Team Danger Noodle here is going to employ this Yu Yang and this Zhao. Those are kind of bold choices that we don't normally see. We haven't historically seen in this format of play. Now, of course, if you played clan battles in the last season, you probably saw Zhao. Quite a number of Zhaos work their way into quite a number of clan battle routines. But we did not see a lot of them in previous seasons of King of the Sea or Supremacy League.
Correct.
Yuki Nexus is Gearing here, working B very early. No one's seeming to really get shots on him. They're trying to get vision, but I think he's going to pick up B just on the back of being very bold. Nope.
Did you notice how the NGA carrier just totally suicided bombers in to get that Gearing spotted?
He did, and he threw them away just to see how the team was deploying. Now, Yuki Nexus, of course, is in B. There was a Gearing spotted in that gap just north of him. Which Gearing was that, Zaf?
That's Mr. Hangtime's FL, and he's still there. He just dropped some torpedoes in. Now, remember, guys, we are 5-minute stream delay, so what you see here happened 5 minutes ago.
Yep. Sorry, I had not mentioned that. We are on a 5-minute delay this season. We were running 10 for a while, but we all talked about it and just felt like 10 was kind of silly.
Uh-oh, Cadmus coming under some fire here in the Des Moines.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was going to say, for those of you guys watching, if you're new to this, it might look like the planes are like puppets that are tangled up in strings, and that's for a reason, because both carriers kind of jockey for positioning and maneuvering, and as you can see here in C, there's a little bit of action going on, as unfortunately the NGA carrier just lost his torpedo squadron. But a lot of times you get this kind of angry standoff between fighters, and they just kind of sit there.
Did you see that good fighter micro from Kitsunex? He strafed one fighter out while bringing the other fighter in to strafe the squadron that got left behind when he broke out. That was well done.
Yep. That's a standard ploy by good carriers.
So we see here now that NGA has gone heavy BC, capping C, and that the forces that Team Danger Noodles sent all the way down to A are basically now trying to rotate and get back into B. The big rumble will probably be at B, certainly is shaping up that way, as the Zhao and the Montana on the 9 line look like they're going to be playing a delaying action to hold people back from just running right through C.
Yep, and there's a lot of pinging going on now on the mini-map here as the team realizes they got to do something There's going to be people coming around A cap. We got to get ready. But at the same time, we have to get into B and deal with B cap. So, NGA is at a severe disadvantage here because if you look at the score, they're losing. And if they do nothing, if nobody dies in the next 15 minutes, they've lost.
Indeed. Yuki Nexus now dumping torpedoes straight up the gullet of that gap north of B. It's going to be really interesting to see if those are spotted because the fighter that might have spotted them is moving off towards C.
Yeah, good choice on the torpedoes as the Des Moines took some blind fire in the smoke. And we see, what was that? Des Moines looked like it was firing randomly into the smoke as well. Here come the torps.
Yep, torpedoes coming in now into this gap. See how many
Schnork
land.
Did a good job of getting in position to back away. I think he's going to miss all of them. Yep.
No dice on the torp salvo. Looked pretty good out of the tubes, but no dice.
You see that a lot, too, in these games. Just kind of chasing torpedoes. Ooh, what's going to happen next?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just, you have no idea.
5 minutes gone now as Team Danger Noodle working about a 70-point lead here on the strength of their early cap of B. A very bold push by Yuki Nexus, putting them up a little early here. It looks like he must be radared or spotted somehow. He's taking some fire there in B.
He was spotted for just a second. I think the Des Moines is trying to radar him, but he's just on the outside of his range.
Well, both Des Moines are set up there to be able to radar him, and I'm confident those guys are probably packing the right radar mods. They could probably keep him lit for a very long time.
Yep, but we just see, I think that was the Montana, had a pretty decent hit on Cadmus, as he's going to be forced to turn into B and commit.
Yep,
and
here he
the other
goes.
Montana comes in too. Oh boy.
Cadmus under quite a bit of fire here as he kind of makes the charge. Doesn't look like he has much choice.
Yeah.
No, he's turning out again.
Not good. Well,
Valid Antilles, but he's definitely caught in a good, and right now in a solid crossfire between both Montanas if he's not careful. He is pushing into the cap. Yuki Nexus deciding that Valor's the discretion's the better part of Valor. He bails out of B. That'll slowly start to turn that in NGA's favor.
Yeah, just like in ranked, it's never worth it to die for a cap. So if your health is in danger, pull back and let the team come in and help.
You got it. The cap is not nearly worth the points. It looks like Cadmus might dodge these torps. Yep, he's going to pull up. Wow, he found the hole. Goodness gracious, what a great dodge.
Yeah, and
we must have had sonar on. Still taking some damage from both Montanas.
Yeah, his days are numbered. Des Moines coming in now on the side as well.
It's going to be enough for them to cap B, that's for sure, but I don't think he's going to live. It's going to cost him his ship, I think, in the long run.
Yeah.
Not sure this is a great choice unless Hang Times can get over there and smoke him, or Gord. Oh, here comes Gecko from the north. Yeah, Gecko's going to smoke him. He's reversing already. Cadmus is going to back up into smoke that's about to come up. Here comes a Salin from Valen. Will this matter? Nope, Valen doesn't get much. Cadmus will live.
And the fact that B is not fully capped means that there's probably a destroyer in there. I'm guessing it's the Yu Yang.
Yuki Nexus is gearing, snuck back in. Why is Abyssal Dragon showing these guys such a great profile? Abyssal, this is not going to work out for you, buddy. You're spotted.
Everything for the kill, man.
Well, he moved up, I think, to get the radar on Cadmus. Cadmus is still being focused in smoke. There he goes, but a trade-off, man. Abyssal threw away his ship to do that. I'm not sure I like that play. A lot of NGA firepower coming into B now.
Yeah, he got a little too excited. I would real quickly comment. I think that that Des Moines that just died on NGA should have maybe hugged the island better, getting into B cap. He would have survived.
Yeah, possibly a bit of a mistake there. Both ARP destroyers now working the south end of B, neither in the cap, but definitely present, slinging torpedoes, as there is a Hindenburg in the cap, and we know the Des Moines is the surviving Des Moines is somewhere on the 5 line on the north end of the cap.
Yeah, I don't like this Hindenburg's placement. He's just going to get wrecked now by the Montana. Des Moines shooting him.
He's trying to leave. He's angled to head out, but that Montana still has good shots. Here comes more smoke, trying to cover his escape. He's taken a lot of damage that he didn't need. He didn't need to be in that cap.
Yeah, that's
down to 6K now. 3,700 hit points and falling. More shells continuing to come in. Is it going to cost him his ship? Great shot on Shank's Des Moines there, if anybody can get it. Hutch still burning. More shells. There he goes.
Gone.
An unnecessary ship loss for NGA. Definitely puts ARP up here. They move their lead out to about 130 points as we approach the halfway mark of the match.
And the thing is that Yu Yang versus Gearing. Gearing can win just simply because the torpedoes will actually hit, although it rides a little higher on the waterline.
Now, one thing that's interesting to note, so much of NGA's force has pulled into B that these guys over here on the 8-9 line, the Montana, the Hindenburg, and the Zhao, are able to really pressure C and catch those guys in B in a bit of crossfire.
Yep, and I'm not sure what this Hell Siege is looking to do other than to sit there and be annoying.
Well, Blaze Gunny's Montana looks like he'll be the next casualty. 10,000 HP and falling, clearly getting focused fire by this northern group as they roll up the side of the map. A couple more salvos, and that should be another 100 points up for, there he goes.
There it is.
For ARP as they move out to a 230-point lead with half the match gone.
Yeah,
ooh, but Blaze Gunny goes out in a blaze. He bags Aster Zhao with a big salvo on the way out the door.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean a trade, but a bad trade.
Oh,
ooh.
That looked painful.
Yep, another big salvo from battleships there, wiping cruisers off the board. Both Des Moines now for NGA disappearing in puffs of smoke. 2 ships and 230-point lead now for ARP's Danger Noodle as they continue to pressure C with a Hindenburg and a Montana. And both gearings, the gearing of the Yu Yang work the bottom end of the B cap. NGA is not gaining points right now. That's notable. Well, I apologize. They are. They're not getting points out of B. In a moment, they won't be getting points at all as soon as one of these guys gets into C.
Yeah, and Hell Siege is basically being pushed out now. He's by himself. Here come the torpedo bombers even. They're smelling blood over there at C cap.
Stryker now calling for focus fire on Gordon Gecko and B. Got great shots on him. Salvo out. Not sure how those are going to land. They lost sight of him right as he pulled the trigger. Torpedo strike comes in on Stryker.
About 5K. Okay. So he's down to 10K health now.
Not bad. Both NGA gearings forced to pull out of B. One torpedo, 2 torpedoes into Stryker there, just south of C, as both gearings now retreating north, looking to try and I think, yeah.
Look at hang time. He's gonna take 3, 4.
And there he goes. Oh, big strike.
Yeah, that was turning the wrong way to dodge.
Kitsune and Sakura, you continue to do good work there between spotting, strafing, and wiping out an enemy destroyer.
Another big chunk on the gearing from the Montana. Gearing now to 5,000 hit points.
Everything coming up. Danger Noodle in this particular game so far. Cruiser Montpellier kind of working this cover. Probably going to come around C here. Is he going to... What is he going to do? Is he going to turn into the cap? Or... Not sure.
Nice torpedoes.
Yep, Gecko gets revenge on Stryker, bagging him with torpedoes out of the smoke. I feel like Stryker was probably a little too aggressive there. Once he realized those destroyers were over there, well, by the time he saw them, he was probably too late.
Yeah, you know, it's a classic thing that we see when the team thinks that they've won, and then they start going in trying to get the damage, trying to get the last word in, so to speak, and in the battle. And that was an unnecessary push.
Indeed. Well, Montpellier now very alone here on the 10 line. The only team member only a member of his team over there. Looks like he's going to just pull back and kind of hold the range open as best he can. But his team has a solid lead now, well over 200 points and 2 ships with about 7 minutes to play.
Yeah, and Epic Leveler is trying to get into this with his Conqueror. We saw him kind of behind B-Cap for a long time, and now he's kind of got nobody to shoot at except for Montpellier.
I'm not going to lie, Zath. I didn't like his position behind the B-Cap. It didn't look like he had effective shots on almost anybody back there.
Nope.
He's got a pretty good deep-water torpedo salvo coming right at him here. He's turning... He's going to eat at least 2 or 3 of these, I think. They probably are about to be detected.
Let's watch. Oh, there they are. He's
just one. But Conqueror's TDS is terrible. He has to repair that. And he's about to get cross-torped. More gearing torps coming in now, dead ahead of him. Probably spotted by those fighters.
Yep. Come on, where's the new ship button? Let's go. There we go.
One of the things we didn't talk about, Zath, we'll talk about between games, is the most recent patch made a big change with planes spotting torpedoes. He does take 1, though. One gearing
And that's
torpedo
it for
gets through.
him.
He's going to be out here in seconds.
Fire and flood.
Fire
Gone.
flooding, 1,500 HP and falling. Bam.
GG,
Yep,
wow.
that's going to be all she
Indeed.
wrote here, kids, on Trap, with Team Danger Noodle claiming game 1 of this best-of-3 match. It's all over but the crying here now, as Kitsune bringing more torpedoes in. Doesn't matter. Valen Antilles beats him to it, but the Conqueror burns him down. Wow. Conqueror does bag a kill with those goofy fire guns. Hellsiege now storming back into B, trying to prolong the pain here, I think. I'm not sure what he's up to. I guess going to make him earn it.
I mean, at this point, if I'm Hellsiege, I'm looking at this as an opportunity to practice close-in fighting.
Yep. Well, the problem is the Des Moines is a huge threat, especially at that angle. He needs to turn into the Des Moines. He's about to just eat AP out for days. Look at that salvo.
And he's too busy. He's too busy.
Well,
trying to set up
he's got deep water torps coming in on the bow. Yeah. Bam.
Goodbye.
Game over. A solid, convincing win for Team Danger Noodle here on Trap in game 1 of this particular match in the group stage.
Yep. Look at that Hakuryu. Could have been a solo warrior. But again, take a look now. With Carrier plane shot down, Des Moines on